going. First of all, I'm gonna go over gold from this morning. First thing I'm gonna go over gold from this morning, and so pretty much from gold this morning was pretty simple. Like, what? Okay, someone's joining meeting. We really just played liquidity. So for those of you that are familiar with smart money, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you that don't, pretty much what it is where orders are placed, where typical orders are placed, which would be, you know, a support. Wherever there are orders, there is stop losses. So pretty much with that being said, the X is going to represent the stop loss. Now, me personally, I don't like to guess, and I wait for the candle confirmation. So I entered off here. It's an engulfing candle, and as you can see that it swept these lows and then gave engulfing candle. Okay, so it pretty much means, and let me just reverse this back in time. Okay, so we just ended off that, and that's what we did. That was the trade from this morning. Entered there. Take profit was at a very strategic spot. You guys probably saw it. Literally whipped the TP to the pip and then rejected instantly. It's kind of funny. So looking over here to the left, we put the TP at the open of this candle. Why? The reason why we put it at the open of the candle, because high school and failed one class twice, but it's like you blocked on your left. I'm so terrible. Come get me off the floor. I don't know how to mute it. So pretty much like it was just a candle that swept the highs. So that's why it's a good confluence to put the take profit there. Usually when you could put take profits at liquidity was another good spot to put take profit. So actually earlier in the week, if you look closely here, I was talking to someone, I think it was Kyle. We had talked about this earlier in the week. This was like a Sunday night. Sunday night, this setup appeared, and I didn't take it because I'm sticking to my window. But literally, this happened Sunday night. Okay. As you can see, equal low. This candle took out those lows. Is everyone with me on that? Someone said something. I'm sorry. Said the screen wasn't sharing. All right. Do I need to go back? Okay. Let me go back. That's funny. Yeah, my Zoom was being weird. Okay. So I'll just start it off here. This is the beginning of the week. Like I said, take profit zones. You could usually go order block, or you could go liquidity. So what happened was that candle swept, and it actually gave 5-minute candle. And I like the candle confirmation to enter. Like I said, I don't like to guess. This was a mental trade because it was out of my trading window. But for those of you guys that have been trading for a while, or you're familiar with candlestick patterns, and if you're not, pretty much what you see here is a hammer and engulfing reversal pattern. So mental trade, you could have taken that entry there and put your take profit above these equal highs over there to the left. If that makes sense. Okay, so that was just a trade setup from earlier in the week that could have taken. But with that being said, this candle that formed, that swept those highs, was where we put the take profit from the buy this morning. So this is pretty much the candle that pushed above these highs, and they made the swing down. And this morning the trade was this, and I don't know if it was showing it or not. You know, like it stopped sharing. It stopped sharing earlier, so I don't know if you saw this or not before. But pretty much we just put the take profit there. We just put the take profit there. Is a good, seems like a good spot. But I always like to review setups for it to make sense. Liquidity is just where stop loss orders are, where sell stop orders are, where buy stop orders are. It's where money is. So if you've ever gotten wicked out before, that's because you put your stop loss where everyone else put their stop loss. If that makes sense. Okay. Does anyone have any questions on that so far? And by the way, at this point, gold, I'm no longer looking for sells on gold. I would look for, who knows where it's going to go now, but I would definitely be looking for buys tomorrow in New York session. Who knows, it could shoot up 200 pips tonight for all we know. You never know with gold. So there was that. SPX did the same thing. So I actually did take a trade. I did take a SPX this morning. I didn't call it, but I just want to show you, for example. Okay, so pretty much what happened this morning. These equal lows were made during London session, right before London session, matter of fact. Those equal lows were made. Okay, swept the equal lows. Okay. Now, this is what happened. It was, and if it is you guys that don't know, it's 9:30. It's 9:30, right, Gabe? Is it 9:30 this Eastern? The stock open 8:30 Central, right? I think it's 9:30 Eastern, so 7:30 Mountain. So pretty much, what you could be looking for is, because remember we're talking about order blocks and liquidity, you could be looking for this guy. Now check this out. You could be looking for that play. You could put limit. You could put a limit order here. You could put a limit order here and take your profit above this high, or take it above this high, or whatever. You could have done that. Something you could have done. I took this trade. I hit break even on me, but I'll show you what happened. Literally went to the T and came back and did the same thing and went all the way back. But what's interesting about it is that just this happened. This literally just happened, like during late New York session or Tokyo. It created equal lows again. So if anyone saw this, I don't know if any of you guys trade SPX, but if any of you guys saw this, check this out. I just want, let me know if you're not following or if this makes sense or not. But so this order block down here, it's just a point of interest where it could go to. Equal lows identifies direction you may be looking to enter. So what happened was, check this out. This literally just happened as well. Did not take this one, but I want to show you guys this for educational purposes because it's out of my trading window, so I didn't enter. So made a massive move up, whatever, so on and so forth. Speed it up a little bit. It wicked it to the T, and now it's heading up that way right now. So that's what's happening right now with gold and SPX. SPX, I don't really see anything I would want to enter other than potentially looking at this area for sell possibility. That's a possibility. And the USDCAD is what I really like right now. This really the main setup I'm liking right now is USDCAD. So if anyone wants to look at this, break it down from the very beginning. So this is what's really interesting about this is this was the monthly order block, right? It's playing in the monthly. It gave an engulfing at the monthly order block. So is probably a good odds that this could be like the low of the month, assuming that this candle is going to end up closing bullish this month, which I mean, it's a very good possibility, not necessarily, but it's a good possibility to look for. So we may be catching the bottom of this monthly wick on USDCAD, with that being said. So I want to show you guys something. Okay. So USDCAD daily order block right here. Check this out. What happened? Okay, we pretty much wicked that to the T. And where was it? And I look where it came to. And actually it started to sell off. Yeah, okay. Let me show you. Made a move up. And where is it? Okay, anyway, what I was saying is it's pretty much heading down towards the 79 fib of this move. For anyone that trades fibs, 79 is a pretty good discount entry. If you do trade fibs, it's extra confirmation. It's a pretty good discount entry. It's right at about the 79 fib is this entry area I'm looking at. And pretty much I just wanted to show you guys that these lows got taken. Check this out. These lows got taken. It pretty much came down to the 71 area right here, 70, 70.5, 70, 71 area. It swept these lows right here, made a move up, rejected right there, okay? But anyway, right now it's created lows, and it's literally about to sweep these lows right now. So what we could be seeing is it come down in this area right here is what I would like to see. And the reason why is because this is a 4-hour order block right here. And also it's also a 1-hour order block inside the 4-hour order block. So it's double confirmation on the candle, and a super liquidity, and a 79, and this high time frame play. Does not mean it's going to be right. Doesn't mean it's going to hit. Like, it's not about being right or wrong. But with that being said, this is going to give you a good 1 to 7 risk reward trade if you do feel like taking this. I'm definitely taking this myself. I'm taking this. Does not mean it's going to win. Like I said, it's not. Trading is not about being right or wrong. It's about executing your trading plan. This is well within my rules. This is going to be a swing trade. That would be target one. But also I'll definitely be holding a partial longer than that as well. So I would definitely, if you do take this, you could be looking in that area. It looks like a pretty good setup for me personally. And I also am looking for a sell here as well. So it's very possible we could see something like, that, and then, continuation, something like that. You never know. But I like to anticipate. I don't like to predict, but I like to just be aware of what could possibly happen, and then that way I can be ready for it. So I got that on USDCAD. Pretty much going both ways with USDCAD right now. And for those of you guys on here, could you guys drop in the chat how long you guys have been trading? Could you guys let me know how long you've been trading in the chat? How long you guys been trading in the chat? 6 months, year and 6, 3 years, 6 months, 6 months, okay, 4 months. Yeah, man. Just tell you guys, like, if you guys I've been trading for almost 3 years, not quite, almost 2.5. But for those of you guys that are in your first year, like, be patient. The thing is, like, you got to keep yourself in the game. Most traders fail because they try to rush. They try to put all their chips on the table before they learn. Don't do that. You'd be better off doing demo for a year straight or 6 months straight than trying to flip small accounts or to try to put in your savings into an account. Like, don't rush. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't rush. But sometimes you have to learn the hard way. And that's understandable. These are the only 3 pairs that I trade personally, so that's all I have for me. Other than that, sometimes setups usually form a New York session. I like to take New York session trades, smaller time frame stuff on New York session trades. If by any chance you did take an SPX buy down here, you're probably good to hold it. It's probably going to keep going. Yeah. Does anyone have anything on that? I do want to pass it over to Gabe as well. I do want to pass it over to Gabe here in a second. If Gabe, you are ready, we'll go over some things for the family. You know, I'm kind of in Starbucks right now. It's probably kind of loud behind me, so I don't know if you guys can hear me very well, but hopefully you can. Right. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave you off with 3 things, 3 tips, and pass it over to Gabe, man. There's two fundamental rules of trading. 2 rules of trading. Rule number 1 is, most people forget about this rule. It's like, oh yeah, we know this, obviously, duh. But it's like, we got to remember this always. Preserve capital is rule number 1. It's rule number 1. You have to keep the money you have. Rule number 2 is increase capital. And this is something that I have struggled with in the past, something that really slowed down my progress. I was really good at increasing capital for a long time, but I wasn't good at preserving capital. Some of you guys can probably relate to that. You're good at trading, you know how to make trades that win, but for some reason your win and loss doesn't add up with your profits. Your picks caught don't add up with your profits. There's probably someone on this call. And if that is the case, preserve capital, rule number 1, increase capital, rule number 2. And I know Gabe's going to get into that. He gets really into the psychology of things. I definitely want to have Gabe on here, have him go over some stuff. So my boy Gabe has literally, there's no words for this man. This man's a sexy beast. He's a sexy beast. He's a sexy sniper on the charts. He's a student of the game, first and foremost, always. Man, this man is always, and he has some, I'll let him go ahead and tell his story himself. But all right, Gabe, go ahead and hop on here, man. I'll go ahead and unmute you.
Yo, what's up, fam? Jordan, thank you, my bro. Like, seriously, guys, you got to understand, man. Like, if it wasn't for Jordan, a lot of us we wouldn't be here. Like, for most of you guys who don't know, I'll just share this really quick story because, we met in college, and it was so crazy, like, how it actually came to be. Like, I remember the first night I met Jordan, he was this really shy kid, and like, seeing where he's come from is absolutely insane to me. Like, it's crazy. And one of the biggest things that I love about this family is, like, we really started off, like, our roots are deeply embedded in a trading culture. And when I got into this, don't get me wrong, like, I was in it for the money. I'm like, all right, bet I found a way I'm going to pay off my school debt. But when I found out what trading really was, that's when my entire life changed, because I thought, okay, what is all these numbers? What are all these candlesticks for? Like, I really was lost. And one of the craziest things I like to tell people is that when I first got started with this journey, I could not for the life of me figure out how MetaTrader even worked. So what did I do? Me being extra as hell, I caught the plane ticket, flew out to Colorado, and I just shut my mouth, and I was observing every chart that everyone had on their computer screen, and I was taking notes, because with trading, I realized, and it took me about 6 months to realize this, that trading success is not found in the charts. Trading success is found quite literally in your mind. Like, think about this, guys. Capital preservation. What does that mean? Right? It's not how much money you make, it's how much you keep. It's like, if you just made $1,000 on an HFX trade, can you stop right there? When you hit your 5% of the day, do you over trade or do you keep trading? Now, these are things that a lot of us go through because, you know, the way that we are raised in the society that we were all conditioned in, you know, the way of thinking when we do something just does not apply to these markets. And I really think that the psychology portion of trading, which is so crazy because trading is 80% psychology, 10% buy and 10% sell. And, you know, with that being said, guys, you know, it's not how good or pretty your markup is. Like, look at Jordan. Like, Jordan, he was a six-figure trader before he even hit chairman, and his charts are about as clean as a piece of paper. Like, you don't see a laser show on his, you know, on his charts or anything like that, because he knows what he's looking for, guys. And it's really simple because, you know, it's just all trading is a pattern recognition's number game. All right. So hold on, guys. I'm going to switch my phone to my laptop real quick. Jordan, can you let me in, or somebody? There we go.
Got you.
Oh, crap. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to share my screen real quick. But, yeah, guys, trading success. I'm going to give you guys some nuggets today. If you guys have your notes, I want you to write down this name. Look up Mark Douglas, right? Write down Mark Douglas, literally trading psychology guru. I'm telling you guys, listen to him, like binge listen to him. Like, literally what I do, I actually listen to Mark Douglas while I'm trading, so that way I don't violate my rules. Now, can somebody, Jordan, can you allow me to share my screen? Can somebody drop in the chat? I'm gonna ask a question. I want to see if you guys can answer this. What makes a trader a good trader? What makes a trader a world-class trader? I want to know if you guys can get the answer real quick. Consistency to the plan, mindset. Okay, so yeah, guys, being a successful trader, being a good trader means not violating your plan under any circumstance. Like, guys, you know, I'm sure you guys all see it all the time. You know, there's always trades being dropped out in the chat. But like Jordan said, if it's not in my trading window, then I'm not going to take it, because that's part of the discipline. Guys, I want you guys to understand, there are literally hundreds of pairs, hundreds of time frames, hundreds of, you know, pips. You guys are we're always all missing opportunities, but guys, you can't have that fear of missing out. Okay. And that's one thing that really screwed me up in the beginning, because I thought I had to be I thought that if I wasn't in a trade, I was not doing something right. I really did. So we're going to dive into some charts real quick, and I want to give you guys some nuggets. Just let me know if you guys can see my screen. Drop some threes if you could see everything. So pretty much the first thing I want to kind of look at is UCAD. And it's so crazy because Jordan's markup for UCAD was very similar to mine. So check this out, guys. These vertical lines, they just represent the session breaks, okay? So I'm going to give you guys some really cool shit today, okay? So check this out. I actually caught this right here. Like, I didn't ride it all the way down. I actually took profit right here where it started reversing, but I definitely should have kept it. I have a rule where my goal is 5% for the day. So once I hit my 5%, I was done. But I caught this little mitigation right here, filled this imbalance before it fell off. You know, we had a very strong bullish push, and then we came down, retested, and I caught it right there. And just like Jordan had, I definitely could see this coming up long term. I have these equal highs up here marked. I have this imbalance marked. I have a little gap right here marked. But as far as God damn these ads. As far as USDCAD goes, I had about the same area as Jordan, but I'm actually expecting it to come down here a little bit, because my confirmations are actually right here. Okay, so let me scroll out right fast.
see if they're here. Okay, they're not on this one. But pretty much, guys, I have about 5 confirmations. Let me see which pair they were on. I think it was gold. No, USDCAD. Here we go. Okay, so this is pretty much my confirmation checklist. When I'm in the morning or when I'm trading during New York session, because that's my time to trade, I always have them up on the screen or on my laptop so I can see. So the first thing I always look for is a break of structure. The second thing I look for is liquidity in targets. The third thing I look for is imbalance. The fourth thing I look for is fibs. And the fifth thing I look for is the point of interest / institutional candle. Now, before I get into any of my confirmations, I actually check the news, and I always check the dollar index, because as you guys could see, I trade a majority USD pairs. So then I would go to forexfactory.com, and what I would do is any red folder, I would actually go on my phone and set an alarm. So like, let's say this 9:50 a.m. on Tuesday, USD, it's a yellow folder. So me, if that was a red folder, I would just set an alarm on my phone. So let's say I'm out in public and my alarm goes off saying, hey, news is happening right now. Then I'll check the market, because I'm not on my phone all day, every day looking at prices. I only check my phone if there's news or if I move my stop loss into profit. Okay, so there's that. And then real quick, I just want to go back to USDCAD just to kind of break it down. So pretty much, guys, we have a clean downtrend. We have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and it's making new lower lows, taking out some liquidity. So as you can see down here, let me take these. Let me see if I can take these session breaks off so it's not too much for your guys' eyes real quick. Okay, there. So this is what I have. So what was our, hold on, I'm actually going to copy and paste the confirmations real quick. Where were they? My apologies, guys. Actually, I'm not going to do that. So pretty much what I'm looking at, okay, there's equal lows right here. So there's some liquidity, and it just so happens to be in the area of some imbalance and the last down candle before a very strong push up. Now, as you can see, we have not been in this point of interest, right? So I highlighted this arrow represents my point of interest. So